So just before we jump in and do a bit of a review on these lower boots I've got here, I just wanted to have a little chat to you about what's going on with the channel and the business. So last year was super busy, did a heap of guided educational hunts and got some really good feedback. So I'm continuing on with that this year. So I'm doing a limited run of the one-on-one and small groups, so up to 3 guided hunter education course. I'm also going into group style courses, keeping it to 5 participants. It's going to be in the field training with a whole range of subjects. I might put up a bit of a list here of some of the topics that we'll extensively cover over the weekend, but it will be over a weekend, so it should be a lot easier for people to attend. Like I said, 5 people in a course is the max at the moment, and I just think it's going to be a really good kickstart for anyone out there that's new to hunting or it's just not seeing success. I reckon I can get you on the right path and stop you wasting your time and your fuel and your money trying to stumble around the bush and learn for yourself. Come along with me, 25 years of experience hunting. My resume's on YouTube, what I've been able to achieve for myself. And then last year, the majority of my content was clients' hunts. So go and check them out if you need to know anything more about what I do and how I go about it. If you're interested, you need to jump over to my website. It's all live now. It's called zebrashunting.com. So I'll leave a link down in the description. If you go over to the website, there's all the information about the guided hunter education. There's group courses available, and I also have developed the online course, which is getting some pretty good feedback as well. So that's a great thing, is I've got multiple levels depending on your financial position or your time. Usually it's time, it's not money that seems to be the factor these days. If you haven't got time to come with me, the best thing you can do is jump on that online course and start learning. Within that course, there is a community forum set up so that participants of the course, so anyone that pays for the course, it's indefinitely yours. You can download it, you've got it forever. But within that platform, which is called Thinkific, there is a community forum. So all the participants that have bought the course can chat between each other, and they can also ask me questions. So that just goes on for the life of the course. So that's a really interactive way to learn. You can jump on, get your modules, read your modules, watch the short videos, heaps of photos, lots of text, PDF sort of style. And if you come up with a question or there's a bit of a gap in the content, go to the community forum, ask me a direct question, and I'll get back to you with it. So there's nothing else out there like it, so please do use it. It's a really good thing. Now, what else have we got going on? I've also got merchandise on the website, so it's got its own little shop. Got some stickers now, so they're pretty cool, really good graphic. So go over to zebrashunting.com and check it out. Please don't forget that I am a licensed tour guide operator in National Park and State Forest in Victoria. I also have public liability and I am a legitimate business. Ask that to whoever you're thinking about going with, whether it's me or the next bloke. Now there's people been doing this for a lot longer than me, but when I did my research, they are 2 things that I needed to run a business legitimately in Victoria, in National Park and State Forest. So I think we've covered most of the things there. If you've got any more questions or you need any more information, I will be at the Wild Deer Expo this year at Warragul, so at Lardner Park, so that's going to be pretty exciting. I hope to get out there and meet a heap of you guys out there. But yeah, get on the website, zebrashunting.com. It's got everything you need to know, links to the courses, Patreon, to YouTube, Instagram, all the rest of it. It's all there. All the information that you could possibly need. If not, contact me and I will get back to you with answers. So anyway, let's get on with this review of these lower Tibets. Righto, it's that time of year where I sort of go through all my gear and do any repairs or maintenance that needs doing and replace anything that's broken and just make sure everything's ready to go for the coming season. So last year I was quite busy with starting up Zebra's hunting adventures, and spent 70 days in the bush and roughly about 450 or more kilometres of in the bush, off trail sort of hiking, hunting, and all of that was done in my Lower Tibet. So just going to do a review on these boots and go through the features that they have that sets them what sets them above their competition. As far as backpacking boot, these guys have got the features that you want. So Gore-Tex lining is a must. Like you just don't buy a pair of boots these days that aren't Gore-Tex lined. So these guys are fully waterproof through that Gore-Tex lining. Vibram sole, so hard wearing. Always got a really good tread pattern. I've never had any dramas with Vibram soles before. Now I also like to have a full rand all the way around on my boot and as high as possible. These Tibets have got what I'd probably say is like a, it's not quite a high rand, but it's quite good. And it really does protect the leather when you're in that rocky terrain or even some shaly and that sort of, when you're slipping down a hill or whatever. It's got good protection at the back. Yeah, so I really like a rand on all my boots, a full rand. Some just have a toe rand, or some have just like a heel one, but this one goes all the way around, so that's a feature I really like. The Vibram sole, like I talked about. Now, these boots are only 12 months old, but like I said, they did about 450 kilometres in the bush last year. If you work out that on the average bloke that's hunting, it's probably quite a few seasons worth of hunting, and the only real wear that I can see on these is that the rocky terrain that I hunt in predominantly is starting to round the edges off on the soles, but that's to be expected with that amount of Ks in 1 year. So still impressed with it. They've got a really aggressive heel hook sort of thing pattern, so when you are going down hills that will really bite in, and it's quite an aggressive tread. So I've never really had any dramas in wet and slippery gullies, and that sort of mossy rock and that sort of thing. And also you got these big bars along here on the ball of your foot, I suppose, and then under your toe, which, they are quite a stiff boot, but they do have a little bit, especially when you got, your body weight plus your pack. You will find that they will flex a little bit, nowhere near as much as a Ranger or the Elite Evos, but there's still just a little bit of give there, which increases the comfort level, but the stiffness also gives you that support that you want when you've got that pack on. They're a higher profile than your Ranger, so you're going to get a little bit more support there. But one of the main features that I love about these boots, and I haven't really seen it on any other brand of boot either, even the quality European stuff, is the lace system. Now take a real good look, and I might throw up a bit of a close-up in the corner here for you. They actually have ball bearings in these bottom eyelets here that they roll, so they don't. So your shoelace doesn't actually pinch up when you're tightening them up. And then you have this eye lock system. You see that? That's like a cam. So you can do this bottom section up to a certain tension. And then when that locks in, you can actually let go of your shoelace, and you will not lose that tension. And then from there on, it's hooks. So you've got your middle hook there, which is sort of like, I don't know, pulling from further down, and then your top hooks, and obviously you've got your tongue hook there that keeps the tongue nice and straight and stops it bunching up off to the side on you and all the rest of it. So I reckon that lace system on its own is what sets these boots aside. Like, it's a quality leather boot, strong, well stitched. Like even on the other set that I've had 3 years, and they are worn out. None of the stitching has come undone. So I can attest to the quality of the stitching on these boots. The only thing that I seem to be able to wreck on these boots is I wear out the soles, and because I've got a bit of a gimpy knee, I tend to drag my left foot toe over logs and rocks and stuff, so I do tend to wear the leather on the left toe, but after a year here you can hardly see any damage because of that rand does protect it quite a fair bit. But apart from wearing out the sole, these boots don't let you down, and that's why I love them. I highly recommend the Tibets for anyone that's looking at backpack hunting, or just you're hunting some more remote, extreme sort of terrain. These boots are a level above the Ranger, so they will give you that added extra support, stiffer sole for carrying a heavier weight. I believe that these are the ideal boot for our Victorian alpine country. So if you're a sambar hunter or you're coming down to hunt sambar, have a really good hard look at these in your local shop or online. I have no hesitation in recommending LOWA boots as a quality boot maker, and I have 3 pairs of them now, and all share the same quality of workmanship and components. I don't think a LOWA boot's ever going to let you down. The only thing you're going to do with a LOWA boot is wear it out, because you love wearing it so much that you won't just wear it up the bush, you'll probably wear it down the street. Right, I just want to show you a particular way that I like to lace these boots up. I was taught by a bloke in a shop one day, and I thought it was a great idea, and ever since then I've laced my boots this way if I can. And you need to have a specific sort of boot to be able to do it, but with a boot like this is how I lace them. So with the roller setup and the cams, you can just cinch up the bottom to whatever tension you want, and those rollers will just evenly pull up your lace, and then the cams lock it, so it'll hold tension. Then you go to this next hook, and here's the trick. Start at the top. Now I've also locked in the tongue. Now 2 wraps. Now the reason why I do it like that is because with the knot down here, this is the only place I can lose tension now. The cam lock's keeping that tight, and this top up here is keeping tight. The only place I can lose tension is on this knot here, but because I've done a double wrap, it'll stay there. And then I always do a double knot like that. And then my gaiters will go in, and I'll tuck my shoelaces up like this. Usually I sort of put them there, and then I'll put my gaiter on. Now, to undo them, which they will stay done up full tension all day long, but when you want to, all you have to do, wrong one, is pull that one, and there she goes, and then just